They didn't even have the decency to send a message, just a photo. My wife's hand curled around a wine glass, my daughter's smile glowing in the soft light of a marble-pillared terrace. The caption? Asterisk, making memories. Asterisk, they're memories made with my money, in my house, with my family. And not a single word to me. I didn't yell. I didn't break anything. I just sat in the quiet of my dining room, facing two empty chairs that once held laughter. And in that stillness, something settled inside me. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't spontaneous. It was orchestrated. They didn't leave forever. They left long enough to make it feel like I no longer mattered. Maya and I have been married for 18 years. We began with joy, nights under the stars, cheap wine, long drives with music loud and hearts full. Then we had Leela, our daughter. Time slowed, then hardened. Life turned into to-do lists and tension. I worked long hours. She stayed home. That was the understanding. I bought the house using my father's inheritance. Out of love and trust, I added her name to the deed. Our bank accounts were shared. Credit cards mutual. Turns out, the love was the only thing that wasn't mutual. In hindsight, there were signs. Dinners missed without reason. The amused glances between them when I mentioned my job. Their quiet conversations that stopped when I walked into the room. I thought I was carrying the weight of the family. I was just the one footing the bill. Clarity struck me in the strangest moment on my birthday. I sat alone at a restaurant table for two. A waiter came over with a check and gave me a polite, pitiful smile when he saw the empty seat across from me. I lied, told him she was running late. He nodded and left, and I sat there not thinking about what they'd taken from me, but about what I could still reclaim. The first thing I did was go silent. No messages, no phone calls. Let them play pretend online. Smiling in front of beaches, posing with cocktails like teenagers skipping class. But I wasn't idle. I screenshotted everything, posts, timestamps, locations. I documented their absence, their abandonment. Then I remembered something important. Back in 2019, I had drawn up a quitclaim deed for insurance reasons. She'd signed it without reading, assuming it was just another form I'd asked her to help with. That little forgotten signature made the house mine, legally. Quietly, I filed it. Then I called a friend in real estate, found a cash buyer. No listings, no open house. Fast sale, close in 2 weeks. I transferred the money to a trust account she didn't even know existed. While she was away sipping wine in Europe, I was packing my things. What little in the house actually belonged to me. And I moved next door. I paid 6 months up front, installed cameras, set up a chair on the porch. Then I waited. They arrived on a Tuesday. I watched them from the blinds, suitcases dragging behind them. Leela in a hoodie, Maya smirking like she just conquered Rome. She reached for her key. It didn't work. Tried again. Nothing. Confused, she knocked. The new owner opened the door, calm and firm. "This house is sold," he said. "I bought it last week." Maya froze. "That's not possible. My husband and I stepped out then, onto the porch, coffee in hand. "Hey there," I said quietly. "Welcome home." Her face twisted. "What the hell did you do?" Leela stood still, staring. I stayed calm. "I sold the house. Legally. While you were gone." She laughed. One of those nervous, sharp laughs you hear when someone realizes they've just lost. "You can't just..." "I could. I did. Remember that form you signed back in 2019? You gave up your claim then." She fumbled for her phone, maybe to call a lawyer, but it was too late. The divorce paperwork was already on its way, along with the financial statements proving she'd siphoned off our joint savings for her little overseas getaway. A judge would love that. I turned to my daughter. "I hope the trip was worth it." I said, not bitter, just truthful. Leela looked torn. "I didn't know," she whispered. Maybe she didn't. Or maybe she did and stayed quiet. Either way, I just nodded and walked back inside. They're staying at a motel now. Maya tried to fight the sale. Lost. My attorney is sharp, measured, and ruthless when necessary. I didn't do any of it to hurt them. I did it because they thought I wouldn't. They counted on me being the quiet one, the one who stays, the one who swallows his pain. They forgot that silence can also be strategy. That calm doesn't mean weak. I lost a wife, maybe even a daughter, but I got something back I hadn't felt in years. My dignity, my control. Every morning, I sit on this porch, coffee in hand, watching the street where they used to live. Sometimes Lila passes by. Sometimes she waves. Sometimes she doesn't. But Maya, she never looks in my direction. And I understand. You don't look back at the fire when you were the one who struck the match.